right? Once more.
It's the way you're gonna kill someone.
I am. That's not a simple galaxy of the shell. Shall I do this for a video? I'll have to do this for a video at some point, won't I?
You have to do a Palpatine sketch.
Once more. Oh, I forgot about a hat. Ow! Keep remembering. I'm gonna find this 1 second. Oh, this will be good. I've got to tidy my room though now, so I'm doing this for you. I think I still got it. I don't know if I have.
And here we see the wild ace creeper.
It's an absolute bloody mess. Oh, hell yeah. Right, okay, wait, don't.
What? Don't what?
I enjoy it.
Fucking hell. What the?
I kept it from the Halloween party.
What the hell is that?
It's my wig. It actually looks more orange on the night, but the hair's like naturally black, so I had to spray it with orange. So it actually looks a bit shit at the moment. But when it was in full action, it looked great.
Oh my Christ!
You've seen the pictures of me as Pennywise, haven't you?
I don't know if I have actually.
Really?
I don't know.
Holy shit! Seriously, that's mental.
I already have, but
not in a long time.
no.
Not long enough to give you that reaction when you saw my hair.
No, yeah.
Hiya, Georgie. It's the Palpatine smile. Palpatine smile? Pennywise smile.
Better say the Palpatine smile.
Yeah, it's
Barely
the
smiles.
New one. The new one where he goes like this, he goes... Doesn't do that. That's
Yeah,
just me.
like his whole lip goes down. Yeah, sort of like that, except it's much harder to do. Oh, I was editing that forest video earlier on, and it just started out with you going, "Hey guys, today we're doing another COD pod, and I've got, Tom and Connor here," and then the share just put an edit saying 10 seconds later, and you're just like, I can't be fucking asked.
Yeah. Because I was gonna do it, but I just couldn't be asked.
Fucking out you going, man. I can't take it seriously.
Can't take me seriously with this on.
No, I can't. At all.
Then?
Beep, Richie. Oh, I think I have seen that. I'm not gonna lie, you look skinny as fuck.
Well, I am. Well, I was. Right.
That's amazing.
It's not like your dog barking in reverse.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's amazing.
It
Well
actually
done.
does. The heart thing actually does blend in a little bit better. You sort of squint your eyes a little bit. And the hair looks more orange. I just obviously don't get... The teeth looks good though.
Oh my god, yeah, the teeth are the best part. You just cannot be arsed, can you?
I just can't be arsed. I thought there's another one where I am arsed, but it looks cringy as shit. I just can't be asked to do anything. I was like, oh.
Oh my god. You look absolutely smashed.
I look more pissed in this one. I look more pissed in this one because you can tell I'm actually I've had a drink because I look too happy.
That's one right there. I was wondering when you were going to take that off.
Yeah.
You just had on the entire time.
Okay. Tom, could you do me the favour of editing a hat cleanup montage?
A what?
Hat cleanup montage. Just speed up the footage and put Benny Hill.
Alright. Oh god.
Can I wear them all at once?
No, don't.
Well, I have to put them at either side like that.
Yeah, you can't just put them all on top. I've got about 500 wireless USB adapters for some reason. Just sitting under my desk. Don't really know why. Oh, I know why. because I could never get the right internet without the Ethernet last year. So I was like, right, okay, I'm just gonna get every. I kept putting it down to the wireless adapters, which was completely wrong. It was the bloody fact that I didn't have Ethernet in the first place. That's why.
Guys.
But now I do have Ethernet, and everything works again. And George just literally walked away because of how unfunny and interesting I was. Oh my god. Oh my god, he didn't just leave me.
I'm leaving you, you whore.
I've literally just been sitting here for 5 minutes trying to make
How did you
conversation.
keep your audience? Did you keep your audience entertained?
No.
No.
Not exactly.
Tom, what is Haagen-Dazs?
I don't know. It's a form of ice cream. A form of ice cream. A
Form
form of ice cream.
Oh, ice cream. It's a species
So,
of ice
it's a
cream.
brand of ice cream. My mistake.
Yeah, it's a brand.
I wonder if Weird Al's making any new stuff.
Why do you say new like that? He's fucking weird today. What is wrong with you? I wonder if he's making any new stuff.
Oh yeah, this might tickle your annoyance bone. If that's even a
What?
thing.
Why like that? It's just weird. Just stop.
Did you see?
Strange
Did you
person. You're just weird.
Did you see the new Scott Games thing?
Oh, you fucking what? What? Oh, no. I honestly, I can't be asked this. I'm not gonna make it ram-packed full of stuff.
That makes it ram-packed full of stuff.
What even is that? It's
I
just
don't
a
know.
mess.
Yeah, that I liked it, but then I thought this is just a complete mess. There's stuff everywhere.
What's the clown? What's the clown? So the clown is part of the canon, isn't it? It's like represents a certain character. So does this mean this is going to be canon? She's going to add more to the story. Great, can't wait. Can't wait to watch and play this. Where I will not be playing this. I have better things to do in my life.
I don't understand why there's two desks. You got the FNaF 2 desk in front of you, then you got the FNaF 1 in the background.
You just compile all the different images together. It's like a fan Photoshop. You're like,
It looks like a fan art, yeah.
Do you remember the fan FNAF 3 game where it was just like a combination of FNAF 1 and 2? It's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, GTF.
So you've got 2 vents and 2 doors.
Oh, and 2 chutes.
Oh, for fuck. I can't be arsed. I just can't, okay? Can't.
Look at... I was pointing this out earlier. Look at the FNaF 1 desk, and then look next to the cupcake. Why is there monitors the size of, like, something you could hold in your fingers? Can you see that?
I don't know. I'm just...
Apparently not.
I can see it, yeah.
I don't understand why this bloody monitor's that small.
I mean, Dorko's probably made a video on it already.
Oh, I was going to mention that. Yeah, he has.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
Of course he has. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Right, we'll see.
I like
we'll
how you
see
just
how
start
long
the
it
video and he just screams well.
We'll see how long it takes for it to drive me mentally insane.
Alright, I've got the camera focused on you now, so...
you are a troll.
Right, I'm off. I can't be asked anymore. That is 3 seconds in.
This is not it.
It's not his fault. How is it Scott's fault that you upload 5 times in a day? It's your fault for just like spamming your bloody content.
It does feel like they're running into a dead horse, being serious. For a minute.
Beating a dead horse. Well,
Beating a dead horse, running
You
it down
booked
to a
cover.
dead horse.
Luckily, the
Oh
hard
yeah, I heard about that, I haven't seen it.
but your court isn't complete without Faye Tutor.
You're right there.
Today.
if he says hi guys, I'm gonna end myself.
What? Bet me to do a video on this.
Shut up.
Hey?
Aye.
Fucking all day. Let me just eat this first, okay? What's going on, guys? Talk back.
I can't be asked, Tom. He drives me loopy. You drive me insane.
Oh man. I want to point out, we're not circle jerking Dorko or FNaF right now, we're just saying our opinions like normal human beings.
I'm not circle jerking anyone. I'm genuinely just criticising. I do not like Dorko now. He used to be good. He used to be entertaining. But now, I mean, he hasn't changed. I think I'm just less patient. Like, I just cannot be asked for his over-the-top, screechy voice. But he is. He's like over-the-top and hypey and all that sort of stuff. Like, is it traditional sort of... What I like from a British YouTuber, right, is like Ashens, who is
I love
so
Ashens,
cynical
yeah.
and sarcastic about everything. It's just
Yep.
great.
I love it.
It's great, and like, you know, some people have lost it. Some people, like Tom Scar's lost it a bit as well. I quite like him. I still watch his stuff. You know, I just, and it's not just the fact that his head looks like an ice gem now. Do you know what I'm on about when I say ice gem? Though?
No, I don't, but it made me laugh. Made me chuckle. I've never watched Tom Scar, so.
Do you know what his hair looks like now?
No, I don't. You have to show me.
Right, well, don't search anything. I will
Okay.
gem next to Tom Scar, and you'll be able to see. And it's not a critical point of him; it's what he wants to look like. Tom Scar.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean, though?
Yep.
It's funny. He does actually look like an ice gem.
This is probably the first time I haven't been actually hyped. I just don't have any sort of hype for it because I just don't get the appeal right now. I get the appeal, but I don't see how the hell anyone can look at this and be super excited for it when I mean, from what I know, the fan base has always been extremely excited for the lore rather than the gameplay.
That's why I got it. That's why I went to do it. I don't like the games really in terms of actual gameplay. They're not that creative. I mean, like this, as you said, that fucking game you played with the cameras and stuff from the 90s. It's just that, isn't it?
Night Trap, yeah.
Plenty of games like it. It's it's point and click. That's all it is. And there's nothing that's significant about it other than the characters and
I think the thing that always got me about FNaF was just the art style. I loved it. I loved the whole look of the games and everything, and I always wanted to strive for that. But it's just sort of a shame how he's just sort of feels like he's just throwing it away now with all this. I get we could just be really cynical bastards, but it just feels like the game's being a bit too, like, not taking itself seriously anymore, which is
It
sad.
stopped taking itself seriously when it made FNaF 1.
That's true, yeah.
And they tried to bring it back with Sister Location, and it worked for a little bit, and then FNaF 6 came out, just ruined it again. I just don't like it. Yeah, but
I give a notice.
Like, I know Scott puts effort into his stuff, yeah, I get that, but he's dragged it on for too long. You've made a game. You made a game of, well, you made two, well, three technically, but like, you made one, then you made a walkthrough experience thing for Halloween, and then you went, actually, the first one isn't good enough, I'm going to remake it. And did a good job of it. And then you're making the second one, which looks promising so far. You know, like, it looks good, and it shows because you put effort into it. You're really pushing that effort. Whereas he feels like he's rushing it just to please some fans.
There is no way, like, what I will say is that you can't expect a room in TNS2 to be filled with 6 entrances and a bunch of stuff from the other games. Like, that's just not going to happen.
It's so stupid though, like, because a lot of other fan games have got Easter eggs and bits and bats in there anyway to other things. Like, if Fantasy Candy's put Markiplier Easter eggs in left, right. Like, why? Is it because you want Markiplier to play it? Like, you don't need that in.
That's not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to put Easter eggs like that in there or anything.
Yeah. Like you putting Freddy in the game. And I've said to you before, like, I mean, it would work in the sense of your second one, but if you'd done it in the first one, it would have been weird. In the second one, because it's based in, like, a mechanics thing, where the animatronics are being made, like, it makes sense to have something in the background if as, like, an Easter egg, if you
I mean, I'm saying this now. I just realised I'm still recording, but I'm saying this now just as a thing, just in case anyone watches this. I like the idea that Iggy Mechanics is some sort of like place that actually makes a bunch of different characters, not just for Iggy restaurants, like stuff that people can actually purchase from them. And
that's the idea that I like with it, and the sort of like the idea of having like a sort of like a voice. People got like ideas and stuff. There's so much you can throw at it. Some of it stick, but some of it might. And the stuff that does is good because there's so many different options. Whereas FNaF, he limits it.
Yeah.
He limits it because he puts the thing. This is just a restaurant. And what's the second game? It's a restaurant. What's the third game? It's an experience, but it's a very small experience, like a restaurant. And then what does he do with the fourth game? He makes it in a house, but doesn't have any cameras, so it doesn't really work. And then Sister Location, yeah, it's big and you can walk around.
It feels like I see what you mean because it makes it look like it does feel like you rushes it.
it's but it's because it's always a small bit. Yours is like possibly the biggest thing I've seen in terms of like a FNaF game.
I mean, don't
And
go
I
into
think-
detail because obviously I don't want to spoil
You
anything.
cut it out.
I don't want to cut it out. I want to actually say stuff.
Okay, we'll cut out the bits that are a bit risky then.
But
I won't say
it
it
is a
wasn't
big.
too much.
The idea of this game is it's going to be very big, and
Bigger than that of a restaurant, and that idea
Yeah.
alone makes you go, "Ooh, that's quite interesting."
you know, Finance of Wario's,
Yes.
how it took place in a factory, and how there was only like
Yeah,
that. It didn't feel like a factory because of how many cameras and
exactly,
things there
because
were.
it's one of those games that, even like the fan games are like are kind of rushed, and it like Five Nights at Candy's 2 within a factory didn't feel like a factory.
I don't know what that play. I've never really paid much attention.
Maybe
to
because
Candy's
it
2.
had the same amount of rooms, but you had one big one in the middle, but you couldn't really see more than like a meter.
The designs were really strange. It was weird. I think it's the same sort of thing with FNaF 1. These games seem to make the most I mean, granted, Iggy's Funhouse wasn't the best design, but FNaF 1's design is so weird, having just an office with 2 doors, one on the left and the right. I guess for gameplay purposes, but it kind of breaks the whole thing for me. And then when you've got like a one big massive room which takes place as your office in Candy's 2, just like, what?
The way you've described your game to me at the moment, the second one, is that it sounds genuinely quite scary, because it's like you're placed in a normal building with the ability, placed in a normal building, not somewhere that is built and used like this before.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
The office, the night guard office, is a job that has continued loads and loads of times. You give them the stuff, you give them the instructions, off you go. Whereas yours, it seems like you're thrown in to where you're not really meant to be. So it feels more scary because it feels like you're taking more.
Yeah. Taking more risk, is that what you said? Because you kind of cut out there.
Yeah,
Right.
taking more risks, and that risk feels scarier because you don't know where you are. You don't know what's going to be around the next corner. You know what I mean?
I like the idea. I feel like I'm just doing some sort of marketing scheme now that I brought this up, but I like the idea that in that game it's going to be more of a thing of like scavenging. It feels more like you're scavenging what you can use to fend off, rather than, oh yeah, you've got this set thing, use it, enjoy, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like an arcade game. It feels more cinematic. That's sort of what I'm going for.
That's what you really want to go for, yeah, because the idea of cinematography and that sort of thing works for that, because you're making it different. Like, I know it's a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game, yeah, but it's not a direct fan game anymore. The first one kind of was, 'cause it was cameras in a pizza restaurant. Well, not even a pizza restaurant, but it was just in a kid's sort of restaurant, like Chuck E. Cheese or whatever. But now you're taking that leap to jump away from that main sort of stereotype of Freddy's fan game, and you're going further away. You're making a big thing. Yeah, it's point and click. Yeah, it uses cameras. Yeah, it uses robot electronics. But apart from that, it's completely different. I really like that.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm very I keep saying I'm excited to work on it, but the development is so slow. It's just so slow.
Yeah, I can imagine it takes a while.
Right
But,
now,
I mean,
sorry, go on.
no, go on. No, go on.
The biggest thing right now is the render times. I'm waiting 8 minutes for one of the thing I posted earlier for the GIF and everything.
Yeah.
One frame of that took 8 minutes, which I'm gonna have to do something about, because it's just too long. I can't render things out that are gonna take like 50.
Can you render more than one thing at once?
No, I don't think so.
If you can try and work out a way of that, it'd be great. Just leave that on overnight. But I mean, it's hard.
The only things I've really left over to render overnight would be like the that animation of Tambles, the end of TNSR. I had to render that out. That was 150 frames, so that was decent. What? Spoilers. Yeah.
Was that at the end of the super hard night thing?
Yeah, the magician challenge thing.
How many people have seen that video? 84.
So yeah, that was that. And then I think the thing that took the longest was actually making the reveal trailer for TNS2, because there were so many animations in that.
Yes.
And I felt like I was rushing it towards the end, and I think the reason for that was because I was just getting so tired of it. But yeah,
Absolutely.
trailers are not fun to make at all.
Oh, I need to watch this one sec. This is. I forgot about the little compilation at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
God's sake. Oh, come on. Rogue. Oh, Rogue gets this one. I've just jammed him. Well, I definitely jammed him. I did it by accident. One. Hey.
I genuinely remember how frustrating that was. Because like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours in total, it took like really. Because obviously you're like a full. How long is a full night? Like 6 minutes.
About 7 minutes.
10 minutes. 7 to 10 minutes ish.
If it was 10 minutes, I don't think I'd have the energy for that. It's about 7 minutes. 7 minutes 10, I think.
I would have thought it'd be like that because I think I counted it out or something. It was like 1 minute. Yeah, no,
It's a minute and 10 every hour, I think.
it would have been 7 minutes. 7 minutes then.
Mm.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, but I think with that, you feel like so I about 7 minutes, and then if we do, Christ, let's pick something else.
What I loved about when you were playing it is that during the night, you could see the time and everything, and it's like you're actually aiming. Like when you get past 3 a.m., I think it's that sort of thing where you start getting more.
Think of it this way, right? In terms of maths, right? If that's 4 hours, I think it was more than 4 hours though. And if it was 4 hours and I'd completed the night every single time, there would have been 34, right?
Mm.
So then times that by 2, 68.
Mm.
Like there's a lot of different attempts in there.
A lot of tries.
Each one drove us more insane. And you think about every time I want to get the time higher because I started working out the works, when things happen and how things happen. Just how it works. And
It was very risky making that night, to be honest, because I didn't really know how hard it was going to be.
unbelievably difficult. Like
But
really,
it wasn't.
honestly.
I thought it was going to be slightly impossible, to be completely honest.
It was.
But
Don't
it
you
wasn't,
dare even-
clearly.
Don't you dare.
You beat
even
it.
Go there. I beat it after like 4.5 hours, Tom.
That's not impossible, though.
It's nearly impossible, which is what you just said.
Yeah, it's not impossible, is it?
You said you thought it would be nearly impossible, and it was nearly impossible. The only way I managed to get through that was by literally counting out the seconds of every single hour to know how close I was exactly, knowing exactly when the animatronics were coming, knowing exactly where they were from sounds.
Yeah.
It was so difficult. It was unbelievable. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. Like, I mean, like, and actually had a proper crack at as well.
Did you
Frustrating,
did you ever die to the magician?
A couple of times, stupid mistakes, but I don't think so because I think I flipped quick enough. I was like, so
Because he's like just there to annoy you. It's not really there to.
5 a.m. and it was the girl crook.
Oh, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, yeah, it was very funny when that happened.
And I got a lot of bugs in it as well, actually, which was quite interesting.
Yeah, the bugs are annoying.
Stingy, oh my god.
Yeah, I
when
really.
when you flashed him, and he went away, and then he jump scared you.
That's one of the things I really don't know what the hell went wrong.
Tom's life.
I don't know what went wrong with him at all. I don't know. I think it's just his vengeance. He doesn't care. And then there was like one thing I saw a guy talking about on Game Jolt about how like Iggy 1.0 was broken or something. It just didn't work. And it's like, well, I mean, it's never happened to me. I've only ever heard of this once. And it's hard to fix things like that because...
Iggy 1.0 is not broken. Iggy 1.0 works perfectly fine. I know that because I've dealt with that motherfucker for so long. He was the worst part because you had to keep an eye on him all the time when he moved your foot.
He moves very fast. I think he moves almost too fast.
I think on the last one, like on the actual like last one attempt, I think I actually kept him at the first bit because I was so constantly looking at it.
Yeah, I mean that is the idea to keep him at the first.
God, I actually hit 6. Honestly, that was a great thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
See, I didn't have the energy to actually properly react. I was just like, I'm breathing heavily. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. That's sort of my thing, really. I just never have the energy to be like, yeah, like bloody Dorka or any of them, just screaming their tits off.